Well, that was interesting, Trace. I do have some stuff up there on the website. There was a book that was written by Marshall Vian Summers. Now, Marshall says that their Earth is being visited, is what Marshall says. And it's very quite interesting what he's saying. He puts forth a scenario that makes an awful lot of sense, which is why I put it there, because I just wanted other people's opinion of it. And I've got the forums open there if you'd like to comment on it or anything, or I've got the videos on YouTube as well, where I narrate five chapters actually of his book, so you might want to listen to them. You can find them on my YouTube channel, and you might want to comment on them. I've had people attack me, tell me I'm a cultist. I've had people ask why these alien visitors speak with an Australian accent. Like, people have actually asked me if I'm an alien from narrating this stuff. It's been quite amazing, some of the responses I've had, actually. A lot of them have been very positive. Not too many of them have actually wanted to debate the issue, which is sort of why I put them up there. So it would be good to get people's opinions of it. But I think anything's possible, folks. I think that we live in a universe where absolutely anything's possible. I think that what exists is an endless realm of endless possibility, as far as our imagination can reach and beyond. That's what I think exists. And when it comes to the alien question and the multi-dimensional question and the whole question, to me, I still see it as a single consciousness. I still see it as one. I still see it as simply being the divine matrix, the divine, the creator, God, whatever you would like to call it, in all of its absolutely infinite manifestations. And everything that exists has a frequency of that manifestation. Another thing that was brought to my attention, has been brought to my attention just recently, was a book that was written by a man. What's it called? It's called, I can't remember. I think it was written by a man called Juan Miguel Ruiz, I think his name is. It's called The Four Agreements, and it was quite an amazing story. And I'd like to just share a little bit of what was said in the start of it for you. I haven't got it actually here to read, so I'll be paraphrasing just from memory. But there was one part of the book where an Indian, an American native, walked out and looked at the stars one night, and then he looked at himself and he said, I am made of light. I'm made of stars. And then he looked at the stars again, and he realized that the stars don't create the light, but rather the light creates the stars. And that everything is made of light. And that light is the force that creates all. It's simply light, just energy, pure energy. And he realized that everything, all matter that exists, is simply a mirror of light. It's a mirror that reflects different frequencies of light back at your consciousness, which creates solid matter. Everything is a dream. You're dreaming right now. The world is holographic. I mean, it basically went along there. But I thought the analogy of stars don't create light, but rather the light creates the stars was a wonderful way of putting things. And that's a great understanding to try to have. Understand that light creates everything, and you're a being of light. And so don't stress, because it really doesn't matter, because life is an illusion. It's a dream. As Thornton Wilder said, life is an unbroken succession of false situations, which is exactly what it is, because none of this really exists. And as much as you've got to be aware of what's going on around you with all the negative stuff and the Illuminati and everything that's going on in the world, understand that you are a being of light. You're a being of light. Everything is, and everything is light. It's the same light. And the best way for you to defend yourself against any of this is to understand that, and understand your center, and stay in that positive center. Stay in that emotional state that is going to empower you and is going to protect you. Because ultimately that will protect you from your enemies as well. And I'm not saying that you stand there and think, oh, I'm a being of light, as goon squads rushing at you with batons drawn. I'm saying understand that energetic state and leave yourself in that energetic state for when you do have to defend yourself. Understand that these people who are attacking you are doing so because they don't know what they're doing. They're doing so because they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed, they're possessed, whatever you want to call it. They're possessed by misinformation and by a misinterpretation of reality. And they're promised things in a physical realm that have no bearing on reality. I'll find all this out later. And You don't need to hate these people in order to defend yourself. You need to love yourself and to love everybody else. To even love them and understand that they're not doing that because they want to. They're doing that because that is what the experiences and the perceptions that they've experienced in their life have brought them to do. Ultimately, that's the way you have to look at it. And that's why you have to look at all of the negative information as well. You've got to understand that it's information. It's not negative, it's just information. Don't judge it. There's no point in you judging it. It gets you nowhere. There's no point in you judging anybody else. There's no point in you judging any information. It's just information. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Just love it. Understand that everything is simply frequencies of vibration, frequencies of energy, frequencies of light, frequencies of sound. That's all there is. That's all there is. And you are just a sliver of consciousness going through that. I was trying to explain to someone the other day about your consciousness. I've said on many shows and in many talks I've had, I've told people that your consciousness is the space behind your eyes. That's where your consciousness lies. Your consciousness is non-local to your body. It's connected. It's connected to everybody and to everything else. Your soul is your individuality. Your soul is your higher self. It's your individual. See, even though we're all one, we're still individuals. And what makes us individuals is our soul. Our consciousness is what binds us together as one. Because there is only one in the entire universe. And this includes every rock, every tree, every bubbling volcano on Europa. You know, like everything is one. Doesn't matter where in the universe it is. It's one. It's part of you. It's part of us. It's part of God. And we are part of God. There is only one. It's all consciousness. It's consciousness perceived, and the vehicle that consciousness uses to express itself is light. And your individuality is the soul. That is your soul. That is you. That is what makes you who you are. It's not your consciousness. It's your soul that makes you who you are. As opposed to your mind is what makes you believe what you believe. Your mind is what powers your body to create this reality. This is why mind control is so important to the people who are running the planet. They don't seek to control the soul, they seek to control the mind so that the mind is cut off from the consciousness. You understand how that works? So the mind is cut off from the consciousness. Your consciousness exists more in your right brain, your mind exists more in your left brain. You know, it's this combination. You have to combine the two. This is why they promote mobile technology so much and wireless technology so much, because wireless technology literally switches your brain and prevents or inhibits the chatter and communication between your left brain and your right brain, because these are two completely separate things, your right brain and your left brain. They operate completely independently. And it's a combination of the thoughts of the two that create who you are and create what you think about things and create how you perceive yourself, how you perceive the universe, how you perceive everything. So this is why all the education system is so directed at the left brain. Left brain, left brain, left brain, analytical, analytical, analytical. The right brain is more your connection to the higher self, your connection to the universe, your philosophical line of thinking, your artistic line of thinking, your creative, energized line of thinking. You know, left brain's always counting the numbers, doing the math and working out why everything is the way it is and analysing it all in comparison to what your past was and what might happen in the future and figuring it all out. That's what your left brain is. Your left brain's solely dealing with this reality here and all of its logistics. That's what your left brain does. So this is why they have the wireless technology, because you know you're just an electromagnetic computer after all. You're a biological computer powered by electromagnetic waves, created by your heart, powered by your mind and your belief system, driven by your soul, with your consciousness running at the back of you saying, hey, remember me? Don't forget me. I'm part of the equation. But people just seem to forget that sometimes. So that's my job, folks. And my job is to try to connect all these things together for you, so you get a bit more of a solid understanding of what's going on in the whole spectrum. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, hopefully that's what I'm doing with my films, and that's what I'm doing with these talks. I'm sure that I babble on sometimes, though, in these talks. I hope I don't lose the plot too much for you, but that's what it's all about, folks. It's all about connecting the soul, the mind, the consciousness together, the whole thing. And another beautiful thing that's said in that book is that you are a mirror of light. Everybody is simply a mirror of light. It's like the smoky mirror that's got this cloud in front of you, so you can't see who you really are and what you really are, and you look at someone else and you can't see what they really are because of this smoky reflection of light that's coming off that particular sliver of the collective consciousness and creating that matter for you to see. And it's all based on your mind. So that's something that you can have a little think about tonight. Think about the connection between the soul and the mind and the consciousness, and how these are so divided by our societies. And our societies are constructed in such a way as to divide these completely as much as they can. They really don't want you to connect all these things together.